Hello guys, I'm Ujaja Ben from B Media. In this video, we're going to be looking at layout and composition. As a graphic designer, you should understand that in every piece of design you are trying to create, the aim is to pass a message. And if this message is not grouped into packets of information, and if these packets of information are not well arranged in this piece of design work, then you're going to have a bad design. And so layout and composition is that element that helps you to know which information are related to each other and how to arrange them into packets. And not just that, but how to arrange these packets of information into your design work. This arrangement is done in such a way that there is a focal point which first draws the attention of the viewer. And the first point that we want to look at in order to have a design that has a good layout and composition is to establish the grid for your layout. It doesn't matter which device you're using for your design. If you're using a smartphone, and if you're using the Pixel Lab application in your smartphone to design, you can activate the grid by clicking on the grid icon at the top bar, then activate it by clicking on this icon right here. There are two types of grid system. We have the column grid, which are a series of vertical lines that spread from the top to the right throughout your canvas. The column grid system is mostly used in magazines and website designs. To create a column grid on the Pixel Lab application, come to the icon here, click on it, then come to edit grid, then click on this icon here. Then since it only contains vertical lines, we have to make the horizontal lines 0. Then we could type in the number of vertical lines that we want for our grid. For the purpose of simplicity, I'm going to make it 2. So we just have 2 grid lines. Then you lock it up, then activate the grid system. The second type of grid system is the modular grid. The modular grid is somewhat similar to the vertical or the column grids, but just that it has both rows and columns and can be applied to almost all design work. To create the modular grid on the Pixel Lab application, click on the grid system icon and click on edit grid and click on this icon here and type in the numbers of horizontal guides that you want, or the numbers of vertical guides that you want. For example, I could make this 2, I could make this also 2, and you see that we have 2 by 2 grid system, and the area right here is called the modules. The area right here is called the module in the modular grid system. The beautiful thing about the module is that you can arrange them in such a way that you can put in packets of information into them in order to make your work look more informative. The second point that we want to look at in order to create a design that has a good layout and composition is to think about the message. As a graphic designer, you should always have an idea of what your design message is or what you want the design style to invoke. This can be done by doing your research. And to achieve this, choose a single focal point for your design, either by using a large source of single image or a large source of typography. The focal point of your design is that thing that pulls the viewer to your design and also grabs their attention. The focal point is where the viewer starts to journey on your design. As a graphic designer, before putting out your wordings on the canvas, make sure you create a smooth professional flow by creating little packets of interest which contains messages that passes certain information. The third point that we want to look at in order to have a design that has a good layout and composition is negative space. Negative space are those spaces that separates different packets of messages that passes different information. In every design, learn to make negative space your friend. Negative space gives your design the room to breathe. It helps to establish which packets of information are associated with each other. You can use the grid system to set this up. The fourth point that I want to look at in order to have a design that has a good layout and composition is repetition. This is simply identifying and reusing a motif or a design element throughout your design layout. This helps to establish connectivity between the different packets of information on your layout. You can do this by repeating shapes, symbols, and colors throughout the areas of your design. Thanks for watching. If it's your first time on B Media Crafts, don't forget to hit the subscribe button in order to get notified. Also click on the bell icon so you don't miss out on any tutorials like this. See you guys in the next video.